Alright, people. Alright, so I notice, like, when I have the camera down low, it doesn't make me look that good. You know, it's a bad angle when I have the camera lower or whatever, shooting up high or whatever. This is more of a face level, you know. But hey, people judge you off for anything, you know what I'm saying? But keeping it moving. I was going to talk about what are people and who are people for real. Alright? And they are very similar to an angel or what a spirit person would be, just in the flesh. You're basically the same thing in the flesh. Almost. So, you know, you think of personality traits, right? Personality traits are caught up in a certain configuration of frequencies, all right? Everything, you'll have more of this or less of that, or maybe these things and those things come together, which makes a joyful personality or a goofy person. There's a difference between a joyful, peaceful person and a goofy person, but then they have things that are similar, the things that are alike. You can have a serious-minded person, right? And an angry person, and they almost would look exactly the same if you didn't really look underneath to understand the difference between the two. This is what I'm saying. So when you display different frequencies or different personality traits, people may assume certain things or whatever, but the truth of the matter is that it does come off some kind of way with people, just in general, or in your environment. But through God, He sees you for who you are, because He's actually looking at the arrangement of frequencies that are in you. So you could be sitting here focused, and to somebody else, they just think that you're a mad person or angry all the time. Like that's not, you don't really understand the message. It's not really about being angry or anything like that. It has to do with these things, and you can't really fault someone on their level of discernment. That's why empathetic people, right, empaths, would be more likely to be psychic, because their empathic thought process is to search these things out to understand who you are, which is the same tools, or the tool which is needed to seek out frequencies or energy patterns which would make a person have ESP or be psychic. It's just the way it is. So I'm doing my best to try to break down what the spirit is, what the person is, what the spirit is. See, the spirit person is really a executor, the thing that executes these different rhythms, thought processes, cadences, okay? Cadence as a thought process. That's a deep one. Of course, I would say let that sink in, but that's a really deep one, because everything moves at its own cadence or rhythm, right? Or frequency. miracle of God when your cadence exhibits, all right, pulls out energy that is from God. And just real quick side note, if you saw me doing, you know, aerokinesis or hydrokinesis and it didn't look like it was big, it's because it's not supposed to be. You know, it's the expression. Some people want to sit back and be razzled and dazzled, and something like that is not dazzling. So then, you know, the expression is to seem as if it's not that big of a deal. But it is a big of a deal if you understand the minor fluctuations that would express how the connection is working. So if I move my hand that way or this way, and you see a leaf move like that, move this way and then flick back that way, then or a blade of grass, then you can see the connection. Now when you're just, oh, you know, let's blow the whole area down. I mean, you can do that. I could do that. And it does look cool. But it just shows that, you know, hey, this is, you know, to somebody it may just be a windy day. To someone else, you can see a little bit of something happening. So I'm not going to go into it too much, but I'm just speaking on the benefits of moving lightly, you know what I mean? And also it doesn't scare people, because that can scare somebody, you know. Then their mind is like, oh, this is witchcraft, right? Like, no, it's not. And when you move slowly, it helps people to see that it is not that. Okay? If you just jump right in it, let's say I'm right here and I'm just like, hey, there's some fire. You know what I'm saying? You be like, what's this guy doing? Spells or something? Right? No. If I take my time and I'm showing you, you know, you see things gather together, and then you can see it pull from one side or another, and it grows. Sometimes that can be more of a, okay, I saw how he did that. You know what I'm saying? That. So, moving forward. So, cadences, when you are pulling cadence, energy from God into your cadence, it aligns with your frequency. And that is what causes a lot of people to come in, right? It causes a gravitational pull. All right, all a frequency is a magnetic arrangement of a cadence. I mean, that sounds deep, but if you really know, now it's like we're speaking as if we're scientists or physicists, but we're really just people that understand what it is that we're doing. So, you know. By the way, I love my hat like that. To the side, back. This is why I do what I do. But I'm just saying though, okay? When you have that type of energy in your cadence, in your timing, everything else is going to align with that same cadence. All right? That means you're connected, right? That's your connection. And you can then exert your thought process in and out more people's world bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Which means that I can reach in and pull something. There was a guy just passed by, like maybe I could, you know, move something on his truck. All right, cause is the fact that you can do these things. Or you know, I mean, it is what it is. But with enough gravitational force and you know, understanding of what it is that you're doing, which is the perception and the acting. This is the thing that activates your